Before I go any further, how about a big round of applause for Miss Lou, everybody? Miss Lou. Without Miss Lou, I wouldn't be able to come up and do the foolishness I am about to do. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you. I was originally born in Trinidad and Tobago. But I grew up in Toronto. I've been in Toronto a long, long time. My parents decided, hey, let's leave the hottest country in the world and move to one of the coldest countries in the world. That sounds like a real good idea. But I've been living in Canada. I've been living in Toronto a long time. I've been living in Toronto so long, I remember when Scarborough was the original Ajax. Yes. I don't know how many people have been in Toronto that long. You know, you first meet people in the 70s, move into Scarborough. Scarborough? Me ain't moving quite out there, you matter what? Never catch me in Scarborough. I know it have a mall. Just recently got married. I just got married. That's right. Give me a round of applause for that. I married a Trini girl, that's good. That's good. I married a Trini girl. I like it. See, she has the accent, I don't have the accent. And I'm glad she has the accent because it makes arguing way easier. It's not as stressful for me. She freaks out. I just don't think you're taking me seriously. Calm down, drink this rum, you'll be fine. Getting married is a weird thing, especially as a West Indian person is different. My parents have been married almost 40 years now, which is cool. Because I mean, nowadays, you'd be hard to find someone who can stay married for 40 minutes. 40 years. And you know what's funny? Before I got married, I went to Trinidad. I said, you know, let me go visit my mom in Trinidad. Because my parents live in Trinidad now. They moved back. Well, actually, they were deported, but I mean... I think move back sounds way better. So I asked my mom, Mom and I would sit down and she cooked some food and we sit down and I was like, Mom, how you and Dad stay married for so long? How you stay married for? You know what my mom told me? This is what Mom looked me in the eye and she's like, well, child, you have to learn how to fantasize. I don't know if I wanted to hear the rest of that story, right? So my mom's like, yes, boy, sometimes I just fantasize when I'm with your father. Sometimes on a Saturday morning, I will get up before your father and he will be sleeping and the sun rays will be coming in through the window and little dust particles floating around. And it's just so romantic. I look at your father and fantasize. I wish you were just dead in his sleep. Yes, some of you might try that at home tonight. It's different generations of love, man. Like our love is a lot different. You know, I talk to my grandfather. I like my grandfather. My grandfather is like a typical Trinidadian, old Trinidadian man, just cantankerous. But he's very proper, speaks that proper English, that Queen's English in Trinidad and Tobago. I remember asking him, you know, he's like, so you're getting married soon, son? So I was like, yes, Granddad, it's going to be good. And so he asked me to tell me how I had met her and stuff like that. And then he decided, you know, after, you know, a whole bunch of scotch and waters, that he would tell me, you know, yes, I remember when I was courting your grandmother. It was a different time then. Going on telling me how I had to write a letter to her father. Asking her hand in marriage. Then he decided to tell me about some romantic date. My grandmother was there. I guess he was trying to impress my grandmother. I don't know what he was trying to do. And he was like, yes, I remember one day I went to pick up your grandmother. And I went up to the house and opened the gate. And she was standing there, a lovely vision of beauty, in a nice floral yellow dress. And we went down the road and had Julie Mangoes. Apparently that was romantic back then, I don't know. But what made it even better was my grandmother interrupted him. She's like, hold on. Yeah, that was very romantic, but that wasn't me. So tonight I think I'll be fantasizing. I love my grandmother though. My grandmother's she's a typical West Indian grandmother too. I love her to death. And she makes me laugh because whenever she comes to visit, whenever she comes to Toronto, all she ever does is the same thing every grandmother does. She sits in front of the TV and watches her stories. Or soap operas, for those of you who don't know. Who's as young and restless? I could always tell she'll be yelling at it. That Victor Newman is such a dog. Stunning. And whenever I'm home, I always try to be accommodating to my grandmother because it's my grandmother, right? I love her. And she always asks me to make tea because I think that's all old people drink because they have gas and oh God, gas. Funny thing is, I think that's my grandmother's. I'm glad she's not a doctor because that is her medical reason for everything. I catch her on the phone. Yes, Gladys. She come back from the hospital. What did the doctor tell her? Cancer? It's not cancer. It's just gas. I'll make some crackers and tea. That's not cancer. It's gas. That's foolishness you're talking. My grandmother's very old-fashioned. She's very old-fashioned. She doesn't understand a lot of the lifestyles that they have now and the new millennium. I'll give you an example. When I'm making the tea, I'd be in the kitchen making the tea. One time I opened up the fridge and we were all out of cream, and I had to tell her. Alright, so I was like, Grandma, we're all out of cream. All we have is whole milk. And she freaked out. She's like, oh my Lord, these people have their own milk now too. What's next? A parade? It's my granny. I love being West Indian. I don't get to do this as often, man. So give yourselves a round of applause. I don't normally get to come out and just kind of be West Indian. Because I can do West Indian jokes, and no one's gonna question me here. Like sometimes, performing in Canada, audiences don't always look like this, right? Like if you're in Sudbury or way north, they don't look like you at all. Pigmentally challenged, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. It's Canada. And it's funny too, because I always get questions after, because I mentioned I'm from Trinidad, and after, they'll come up after and they're like, oh wow, you're really from Trinidad and Tobago. That's great. We've always thought about going down there for vacation, but is it safe? Is it safe down there? Do you guys have any assistance organizations? And I was like, assistance organizations? Give me an example of what you're talking about. So they're like, okay, if you're in Canada and your car breaks down, you can call CAA, roadside assistance. They come to pick you right up. I say, yeah man, they have something just like that in Trinidad, but they call it AAA. I'm like, AAA? Really? How does that work? I say, alright, if you're in Trinidad and you rent a car and your car breaks down, you just get out to the side of the road and you call, hey! 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 Be alright now. You can use it up here too, feel free. I really do wish I had the accent. I miss I love the Trinidadian accent. I think it's one of the nicest sounding accents because it always sounds like you're singing and oh good, how you doing? Everything nice? Alright, fine. Yeah. But you know what I like to tell people, like when people ask me what it's like, who they don't know the Trinidadian accent, and I try to explain to people, I always tell them it's like an island version of the English accent. Because the English accent sounds very polite too, right? Hello, cheerio, chop chop, how are you? Good to meet you. Governor. And the weird thing is, English people think they can get away with saying stuff to you and you don't pick it up. Like one time, this English dude after a show came up to me and he's like, man, you guys from the Caribbean, you guys are pretty lazy. And my first thought was like, you know what? Hit this man a slap. Cuss him. Give him a piece of my mind, because I didn't want him going away believing those stereotypes about my people. But then when I actually thought about how much effort all of that would take, I said, you believe what you want to believe. I'm gonna go lie down. But you know what the weird thing is? I thought about it. We're not lazy people, man. People say what they want. We're not lazy. We're just very laid back. We move at our own pace, at our own rhythm. Where we come from is very hot. Who wants to move that fast? You know, you don't want to sweat your clothes up. You think we wear all that powder up on our neck? You know what I mean? You think that was a mistake? Just powder on a wood. That's grandma in church. It's hot, but how long is this sermon? Oh God! We're not lazy, man. Just very laid back. But you know what the weird thing is? I wouldn't be mad if the world were more Caribbean. I wish the world were more Caribbean. I really do. Especially now with all the foolishness going on in the world, terrorism and war and all that kind of stuff. Because you think about it, all that war and all that stuff going on now stemmed from September 11, 9/11. And if the terrorists had hijacked a Caribbean airline, it wouldn't have happened. You know why? Because the success of the plan was based on flights leaving on time. And then they hijacked the Air Jamaica. Akbar, the terrorist who's been running up to the Air Jamaica counter that morning just freaking out. What was supposed to leave over 2 hours ago? What the hell is going on? Guy behind the Air Jamaica counter be like, easy now man, easy. Can't see I'm on my break. Look at the name tag, I'm in the union. I was in Jamaica recently. I was actually in Jamaica doing a Miss Lou concert, a tribute to Miss Lou, which was really cool for me to be able to be involved in something like that. Because like I said, without Miss Lou, I wouldn't even be able to talk in all the accents I talk here. I mean, she made you proud to be able to have your dialect, whatever it is, you know? So that's kind of cool for me. I love the Jamaican accent. I think the Jamaican accent is probably the scariest accent I've ever heard in my entire life. Oddly enough, when you're in Jamaica, it's not that scary because everyone sounds like that. So it blends in. But when you take the Jamaican accent and put it anywhere else in the world, it's the scariest accent in the world. You know how many children's birthday parties I've been to in Toronto at Jamaican households? Seen little kids cry after Jamaican men sing happy birthday? Standing around the cake, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Why y'all cry for? Blow out your candle. Maybe put it around and I'm a gift to keep them. But the Jamaican accent kind of goes with the culture, though. If you know anything about the Jamaican culture, it's kind of cool. They have two separate ends to the spectrum, right? There's like the conchas, the roots man. Yo man, Rastafari. And then you have the bad man. And the bad man, they don't play. And you know what I don't understand about bad men? And I'm glad I could never be a bad man. You know why? Because bad men just don't seem to have any kind of fun in life. If you get into a fight with a dreadlock, and you knock him out, is him still conscious? Think about him. Then at the end of the night, this is how we test you out to see you know, where your head is at. You feeling nice, right? This is where he drops the big one on you, the big revelation. You see, Herb I give the Rasta man vision. Make him see things clear. Just like him, I wear glasses. And that youth man is why they call the first dreadlock Rastafari. Keep walking. You guys have been great. Enjoy the rest of your work week. Check me out, Joe.